All right, everybody, Antique Motorcycle Revival, and thought we'd do a little update video. I'm on the grandchildren, their little Hondas we've been fixing for them, and I got some embarrassing stuff to talk about today. I'm trying to work on this thing, and what it ended up being is it's hard to admit. But anyway, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we want to ask you to do that, and we appreciate that, and it helps us to get the word out. And of course, click on the notification bell, and it'll tell you when we put up a new video. On this channel, what we do is work on antique motorcycles. Right now, it's minis, but most of the time it's antique Harleys. I've got a 1942 flathead over here that I ride all the time. And this one right here that we're building is a 1950 panhead chopper. Fresh out of a barn, 20-some years. The one on over there is 1946 flathead WL, and we are building a 1946 WR racer, factory racer, and I've got the cylinders and stuff over there for that. So well, that's what we mostly do, but I'm working on these right now for the grandchildren. I'm going to tell you a little bit of a Honda stories. The little ct70 right here, I went through the top end of this thing when I got it, and cleaned the carburetor and worked on that. I put an exhaust on it because I had to have one. And I actually I've learned just to send these off in most cases. I sent the head off and had it, the valves put in it, had it reseated and everything. And I do believe I could do that, but they say that you don't seat the valves on these. So I don't know how exactly they're doing it because they've got a film on them. And if you seat the valves like you would a normal, like one of them flatheads or something, that it messes them up or something. So I sent them off and get them redone. Anyway, got the thing running, went to Wasion, Ohio. Was there for 3 days, rode this thing all over the place, pit bike. And, it's been good. Put a seat on it and got it going. It shifts a little hard, but I'm hoping that'll work itself out. And I got back, pulled in the driveway, and the thing quit. I mean, cold turkey quit. So I come up here and I cleaned the plug on it and everything, and checked the carburetor, checked everything like that. And I would get it running, and what it would do, this is what throwed me. It would run for about 15 seconds, and then it just die. Start right up and then just quit. So I went through the carburetor. There was gas in the float, all of that. It was getting fuel. You had the plug was wet with fuel, and so but you'd pull the plug out and it'd have spark. And I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I thought, well, the coil must be breaking down after it starts just a little bit. I had a new coil. I put a new coil in it. So I ordered another one. You got to drop the motor on these things. They bolt from underneath in the frame. You got to pull the motor down out of the way. Put a coil in it. I did that. Didn't help a thing. All of that for nothing. So next thing I do, I go to a condenser and a set of points. Bought a set of them yesterday and replaced both of them. Not very hard to do. Set those points exactly. Make sure the timing was right. Everything. Started it up. Run 15 seconds. Quit again. Now I'm discouraged. I've done compression test on the motor. Has a high compression, like 160, plenty, and didn't know what to do to it. And I finally went to my last resort. Everybody. The last thing you would think of. I pulled the plug. I went down to the auto parts store, bought a plug, brought it back, put it in, fired up, first kick, run, and it's running consistent. So, yeah, when all else fails, when you've changed everything on the motorcycle, go get you a plug and put in it. But my thing is that I didn't understand. You clean the plug and it runs for 15 seconds, why it would quit like that. And a matter of fact, just to add to it, I had taken the plug out of this little mini, same plug, put it in this one, and it did the same thing. Can you beat that? Did the exact same thing, run 15 seconds, quit. I thought for sure it couldn't be that, but it was. I changed the plug, thing runs like a sewing machine, so no problem there. The little Z50, this is little Nolan's little bike, and I took, the gas tank was crusty and rusty, everybody. And I used the cream over there. I'll kind of show you what I do. But I cleaned it, took bolts and soap and cleaned it out real good, all I could, and followed the instructions on the cream. And first did a compression test on it. and it was showing good. I filed the points. The last video I worked on a little bit of that and I couldn't get it to spark. Well, I filed the points some more and set them and it started sparking good. I thought, well, I've got that. Now I just need to get fuel to it. I ordered a new little carburetor. I'm going to order another one for that. They're cheap and you can't rebuild these once they get bad, in my opinion. They're junk. And so I ordered a little carburetor for 25 bucks or whatever. Filed the points, got all that working, and went to crank it, and it was kind of like it was locking. It didn't want to crank, and I just reach over here and turn it, and it go on over again. And then it would not. It just you could feel it free flowing after that. I thought something's bad wrong. So I put a compression test on it again. I remember I'd already done it when I first got it. It had like 120, 130 pounds, plenty to run. And I did another compression test, nothing, goose egg. And I thought, well, that's a problem. So I pulled everything off. You have to take the wheel off to get this off, and I've got a couple of tires I'm gonna change. But anyway, I got it off, and I thought I probably had a broke ring. I did not. Everything looked good. Even the cylinder looks extremely good in there. I'm gonna clean all that up, and I'm gonna show you what happened to it. This thing had been setting for so long that your valve guides in there had gotten crusty to where the valves did not, see, you can feel that. Like, I mean, they're crusty. And the valves, what happened, the valve was sticking. And when I would try to crank it, its first cranks in who knows, 20, 30 years, the valve stuck and it bent. It bent that. Now, I don't know if you can see that or not. I doubt it. But you can watch this thing. See it? It's bent. And so that was I lost your compression there. And so I'm going to clean this thing up though, and I'm going to temp this one myself. As soon as I get the valve in, I'm going to clean all this before the next video. I'm going to get these cleaned out to where they're smooth and operated, get everything cleaned up good. I'm going to clean it, the cylinder over there, and I get the head done. And then when I get the new valve, we're going to see what we can do about seating those things a little bit, clean them up good, and I'll show you how we'll try to put this thing back together and see what happens with it. But that was what happened to it so far. I bent the valve because they were trying to stick as I was first trying to crank it, and it would not run. So I've got a good carburetor, gas tank's clean, and it's got a screen on it with a new petcock and everything. So we'll see. I got a couple tires here for it, and I hope to get little man on the road here before long. I don't know when he'll be. He'll be here Thanksgiving. It's next time he's coming in to see us, and maybe he'll be able to try it if he can sit on it, if he's not too little and everything. So anyway, Honda troubles, everybody, but they are good little mini bikes, and you just got to get them, get it dialed in, put a plug in it, for crying out loud. And this one here, it just hasn't been run 30 years, and so we'll get it going. It's going to run sooner or later. And so that's where I'm at right now, and got some other stuff coming up here soon. I've got another linkered on the table, a very rare linkered carburetor, and that we're ordering some parts for, and we'll put that one together pretty soon. So like I said, appreciate everybody that's subscribed, liked, and hit the notification bell, and just kind of helps us to get the word out. And so it's Hondaville today, everybody. We got one running and got another one that will be before too long. So we'll see you here in a few days.